Hey Aries, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through this month's reading. This is going to be for the month of August 2022. Let's see what's going on with Aries. Okay, Aries, there's something on your mind. You might be losing sleep, you might be having nightmares, you might just be stressing out and finding it difficult to get a good night's rest, because we have the Nine of Swords front and center in your reading. This is the heart of your issue. This is the topic that Spirit wants to talk about today. The bottom of the deck when that came out is the Chariot in reverse, which tells me that you feel out of alignment with something in your surroundings. Something just isn't jiving with what you feel is right for you. What's the challenge or the obstacle that Aries can overcome in this situation to make things better? What's the challenge? We've got the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so you or someone in a situation where you are collaborating with others feels like they are not drawing in the attention and respect that they deserve. Now, that could be for a multitude of reasons. The most likely is that we're dealing with issues of insecurity here. The Queen of Wands in her upright state does not doubt herself, and that confidence just oozes out of her persona. She walks into a room and people gravitate towards her. I want to know her. I want to be her. In the reverse, most often for me, when I read, this means that you're feeling less than that. Now, that could be coming from within you. It could be instigated by something you're experiencing in your environment. The Three of Pentacles there with the Queen of Wands is telling me that this is specific to a group project or a collaborative project that you're involved in. So that Queen of Wands, if that's you, your challenge is identifying how and why you feel less than. Like, why are you feeling that you should be more persuasive or more charismatic or more alluring or more beautiful or more sexual than your experience is reflecting back to you? If, however, this is someone else in your situation, you could be dealing with an insecure individual that you're collaborating with, and they are creating this stress that's affecting you because of their insecurities. And I just want to reiterate, because I always describe the Three of Pentacles this way, that it's about every link in the chain, so to speak, being strong. Everyone giving their best. Everyone coming at the situation with their A game. Now, this Queen of Wands, if it's you or if it's someone else, whomever that is, likely feels like or is being told that they're not giving their best. They're letting the team down. So I feel like that's kind of a critical little piece to the message here. What is Aries focused on? What has Aries' attention at the moment? Where are they giving their valuable focus? Another twofer. Okay. We have the Tower and the Four of Cups in reverse. Some sudden, unexpected acceptance of an offer where you were expecting whomever is accepting the offer now, you were expecting them to pass on it, to just look at it, say, meh, not for me, and let it pass on by out of their field of reference. Now I'm thinking that this is a romantic situation. We'll see how the reading develops, because we have the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck. Now, it's not necessarily romantic. This just means a choice, a commitment made out of passion, out of love, out of desire. But the reason I'm skewing relationship at the moment is because, well, for the topic of the reading, or at least how I'm going to likely interpret it for you guys, is that this feels like someone who is stressing out, Nine of Swords, feeling all of a sudden less desirable because of someone in a collaborative situation that came out of nowhere. You were expecting it to not be a thing, but whomever this offer was made to ended up being receptive, and that was shocking in some way. Now, it could be you doing the shocking. You might have been impulsive and taken an action that has shocked others, and that's stressing you out. Like, you could be making your partner feel like you don't want them anymore because of some new offer that you've taken. That's kind of the general story that's developing here. Let's see what led up to this in the recent past. Ten of Cups. Okay, this is interesting because as I've been shuffling, the Ten of Cups has been peeking out at me more than once so far in your reading. So I'm not surprised to see it come out. I'm more surprised to see it come out in the past, because that means we are progressing through the feeling of, I know what I want and I'm on track towards it. I know what I want and I feel like I have it right now. It's joy, it's abundance, it's a happy home life. So I'm thinking how to put this. I'm getting the concept of like, when you put something in perspective of how badly it affects you or how negatively you perceive it to be. If you're coming from a position of, wow, I'm on top of the world, and then something happens that's like, that's bringing me, your reaction to whatever happens next makes you feel like you're no longer on top of the world, okay? Versus if you're feeling kind of low and then that thing happens, maybe it wouldn't have like diminished your joy as much. To put it another way, you know the concept of like, well, I feel like I have a lot to lose. When you feel like you have nothing to lose, you risk it all because, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. But this is shaping up to be a story about someone who feels like they have a lot to lose, and that's adding to the stress of whatever this shocking or unexpected, kind of out of the blue occurrence was. Show me the energy of the environment. How is Spirit affecting Aries' environment to nudge them in the right direction? Yeah. Communication about what you need in order to feel emotionally secure. Kind of everything leading up to this point hasn't been talking too much about your heart space. It's more about, to oversimplify it, it's about ego as related to a romantic relationship. Or a sense of security, or what it means about your own attractiveness and how this situation is affecting your sense of self in that way. This is much more about your emotional well-being overall. So the Queen of Cups in reverse paired with the Page of Swords in this position tells me that you're going to kind of be inundated with nudges and synchronicities and videos and messages and billboards you drive past and friends bringing up things that are happening in their lives. I'm kind of peppering in all the like examples of how Spirit might bring these messages into your environment for you to realize or have like a little aha moment about how to best navigate this, or how this could actually be helping you, this experience you're going through. So the need to communicate your feelings on a deep personal level about when you are feeling unloved, when you want to feel loved and you're not feeling that way. Excuse me. Show me the near future. How does this story unfold for Aries? What's coming up next? And for those of you who are new, the way I do my readings is everything up until this point would have already occurred. Like if this is your reading, if this is for you, if this is a message for you, these are things that you are already identifying as, yes, I know what that is. That's happened here. That's happened there. I know who the characters in this story are already. So from this point forward could be a little bit more predictive. We have the Two of Pentacles showing up in the near future and the Four of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck. That says there's an element of neediness or clinginess. And I know there's a lot of stigma to that term, those terms. So take that with a grain of salt because it's just like the quickest way that I can communicate that concept to you. But you know, it's like being attached to something and feeling like you need it, releasing that feeling and coming into balance in terms of, okay, I'm trying to juggle these things. I'm trying to keep these things in the air, tangible things in your life, situations. You could be trying to balance how you feel about this person versus how you're contributing to this group project, still wanting to give your best to something even though you're personally struggling. It's going to take letting go of something in order to detach in a healthy way. There's a healthy detachment that's going to take place, and you're already on track toward it. It's an interesting progression, though, because we just had the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We've got the 3 as your as part of your challenge, and then the 2. It's almost like we're dwindling down to a new opportunity, the Ace of Pentacles. Like, when you get rid of all the extraneous stuff, when you pare it back, you're going to be left with an opportunity here. This could also represent someone leaving the group project. If you look at it that way, the 3 of Pentacles, someone's maybe not pulling their weight or being told that they're not by the other people in the group. And then the 3 turns to 2. Could also be a very promising sign if, well, I say promising, but then I think of another way that I could interpret what I haven't even told you yet. If this is a third-party situation and someone is threatened by another party, or yeah, I'll just leave it at that. You guys know what I'm trying to get at, right? Then someone is going to exit the situation and it will be left down to 2 people. So I guess there's a number of ways that that could play out. Let's see what's going to surprise you. What is going to affect this situation coming up that Aries doesn't see coming? The King of Cups. This is a very promising thing for a couple of reasons. Number 1, we have 2 queens on the board. They're both feeling reversed. This could be you and another person, or it could both be representing you. I don't feel like necessarily this is saying there are 2 women and 1 man. I think more so than this representing people, I feel like it's representing energies, like the vibe in the situation. But moreover, the King of Cups is going to be someone who is going to surprise you with their emotional aptitude, their emotional maturity, their emotional awareness, their self-awareness. Because I think you're stressing. If this is your reading, I know you're stressing. This person is someone very important to you, and they're going to surprise you with a heartfelt message, I think. Perhaps this could even be them coming to you, seeing and sensing that you are feeling unloved, possibly, probably by them. It might not even take you bringing it up, instigating the conversation, because they're going to surprise you. Now, if you do instigate the situation, you're likely going to be expecting defensiveness or evasion or gaslighting or excuses or an argument. Okay, I just got kind of tingles when I hit on the argument possibility. If you're expecting an argument, if that's the way things usually go for you or with this relationship or this situation for you, this person is not going to perceive this as an argument. They're going to perceive it as an opportunity to speak their heart. And it's going to be very disarming. I get this sense of peace coming over you when this person speaks their heart. Which might make you angrier if you're not ready for it, like in the moment, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I wanted to battle this out with you, and they're gonna be more pure-hearted than you're expecting them to be, more vulnerable with you than you're expecting them to be. And we'll see how the rest of the reading shapes up, but I think this is going to be a very healing. If you feel wounded, this is going to feel healing. It's definitely like building the connection and not tearing it down, is the sense that I'm getting. Your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Wands reversed. You have expectations in this situation. If you are married to this person, you are afraid of them leaving you or getting a divorce. If you are engaged to this person, you are afraid that they're going to call it off. I have to say, because this is the way I read this position all the time, without question, I think. I mean, without exception, I think, that this represents a hope and a fear. It's always both. So if you're afraid of the things that I just mentioned, do some self-examination and see how you might actually be wanting those things to happen. For whatever reasons, you might have conflicting desires or feel like, oh, if I just want them to mess up so that I can finally be free of this because I'm afraid of the commitment, or because I'm afraid of them eventually fully getting to know me and then not loving me, and that would be too devastating. So let's, you know, like trying to undermine a good thing. That's the vibe that I'm getting here, potentially. Now, if that's not part of what you're doing, then I'm not calling you out. But I have to speak it the way that I see it, because I'm here to help you guys. I'm also getting the Three of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck, which is about healing. So if there's some kind of, you know, shakeup that is scary, it is here to shake apart, to shake loose the less stable parts of the foundation of what you're building here, so that you can, before things go any further, shore up that footing. That, in other words, to make sure the foundation that you're going to be building upon is sound, is strong. For those of you that you're resonating with this reading, but it's not quite relationship for you, the Four of Wands is also about like a goal that you're looking forward to, some benchmark of success. Now, it could be you have this project that you're working together with other people, and it's looking like through some weak link in the chain, someone not giving their best, it could all fall apart. You're concerned that maybe we're not going to meet the deadline, or maybe we're not going to be able to put this event on. And same, like, double-edged sword there, if that's the case. This could be stressing you out so much that at this point you're kind of like, I wish that it would just all be over with so I could stop worrying about it. Even if it's not going to happen, you know, can we just not put ourselves through this any longer? So that would be kind of like the hopeful side of the Four of Wands in reverse. Let's see how it's going to end up. How do these energies culminate for Aries? What is the result? Okay. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. So that was just at the bottom of the deck and now it wants to come out. Seems to be a pattern in your reading. You know what that actually tells me is that you should probably start trusting your intuition a bit more, because you're probably getting indications or flashes of insight. Maybe people are even telling on themselves, like, you know that thing about human nature where people will tell you exactly what they're going to do later, but maybe like in a joking way, or, I'm just kidding, I wasn't serious, or they'll tell you about a pattern that they have, and then you'll think, oh, it's not going to be that way in this situation, but, you know, kind of they've told on themselves. I see that pattern happening here just in the way this reading is unfolding for me, with things showing up inside the deck and then coming out later and confirming that, yes, it is part of the story. So healing is the end result. I feel like I kind of already touched on that topic a moment ago. So what I want to say is what peeked out at me when that card came out. The deck kind of flipped open like this, and I got the Ace of Swords in the reverse, which is, I believe that's Spirit wanting me to say, whatever it is you're most worried about here, it's not going to happen. It's a clarity, it's a truth coming through that's a no, if that makes sense. Show me advice for Aries. Devil in reverse. Don't give in to your lower vibrational impulses, to put it one way. It can be very tempting to move the lens through which you're viewing the situation from open-mindedness to indifference to checking out to anger. Like, there's some sort of unhealthy or less healthy lens through which you're viewing the situation right now. That's how I'm getting this. It's like something that's easy for you to fall into, a way for you to behave in response to stress. Some of you, this is a little bit of like a tangent. It's not exactly what I was just saying, because if you're reacting to stress through unhealthy behaviors, then your advice is to watch out for that, because that's only going to exacerbate the situation. And regardless, okay, I'm just checking in before I just kind of speak my mind here. You're already on the path to healing. No matter what sort of unhealthy behaviors or unhealthy paradigm through which you're viewing the situation you might have. This advice is your spirit guides telling you, Aries, if you want to optimize the situation, if you want to self-reflect and think, how can I shift myself in order to have an even better outcome? That's your answer. If you know that you're having one too many drinks or getting high to numb yourself so that you don't have to think about the situation, there's something that you might be taking a step too far, whereas if you would be more vulnerable and open about how unloved you're feeling, or about how unloved your partner is feeling, then that's going to create an atmosphere for healing when this person comes forward and speaks their heart to you. It could also be about how you react in that situation, whether it be an instinctive or instinctual anger response, like tame the beast within. It could be that as well. So I'm going to leave it there, Aries. I hope that helped. Enjoy the rest of your month, and I will see you back for the September monthlies. As a bit of an update for those of you who are, if you've hung in the video this long, you might want a channel update. So I am going to be doing monthlies for sure. I'm working out my schedule and my filming availability to see whether or not I'm going to continue doing weeklies. That's still up in the air. But as of this point, I'm definitely going to be doing monthlies. They'll come out either the day before or on the first, like the last day of the previous month or the first day of the month. So that's my plan right now. It's in the works. So we'll see how it goes. See you in September. Have a great month. Bye.